What if I told you that in the next 10 seconds, someone could evaluate your confidence, gauge your trustworthiness, and even determine your leadership potential? No way, right? And what if I told you they do all of this before you even have the chance to say a single solitary word? I know it sounds a bit intense, but it's absolutely the reality of human psychology. 10 seconds. That's it. That is the tiny, fleeting window of time you have to work with. The stakes in this specific period are just incredibly high because first impressions, they're practically locked in during these initial moments. Long before you open your mouth to show off your brilliant ideas or your charming personality, the person sitting across from you has already started making up their mind about exactly who you are. So the crucial takeaway here is this. Your body is often speaking way louder than your voice. Communication isn't just about the vocabulary you use, not even close. Your posture, your facial expressions, your eye contact, your hand movements, they're all actively broadcasting messages. Some of these signals instantly create a solid foundation of trust. Others, well, they can unintentionally push people right away. Nonverbal communication is without a doubt the true foundation of every interaction. To really master this, we're going to break these 10 body language secrets down into 4 actionable themes. Number 1, commanding presence. Number 2, building authentic trust. Number 3, reading hidden signals. And number 4, mastering the silent conversation. All right, let's get into it.
Section 1, commanding presence.
All right, so confidence, it absolutely starts with your posture. Walk into any room and just notice the people who naturally command attention. They don't always wear the flashiest clothes or speak the loudest. Instead, they stand tall, they keep their shoulders relaxed, and they move with absolute purpose. A strong posture communicates immense self-control. On the flip side, slouching or kind of making yourself appear physically smaller, that unintentionally signals uncertainty. And here's a fantastic takeaway for you. Sometimes the absolute fastest way to actually feel more confident internally is to first make sure you look more confident externally. It's a total game changer. And that ties perfectly into our next point, the massive contrast between anxious fidgeting and confident stillness. Look, tapping your fingers, constantly checking your phone, or repeatedly adjusting your shirt might just be a nervous habit, but to the outside world, it unintentionally screams anxiety or impatience. Stillness, however, communicates total composure. Small, controlled movements will always make you appear far more confident than constant, restless motion.
Section 2, building authentic trust.
And this brilliantly illustrates our next secret. Think about a forced smile. It usually fades super quickly and really only involves the mouth, which honestly can actually make you seem a bit unapproachable. But a genuine smile, it reaches the eyes. It completely changes the geometry of your entire expression. People instinctively respond incredibly well to authentic warmth, far more than they do to rehearsed friendliness. One sincere, eye-reaching smile can completely disarm tension and smooth out conversations before they even begin. Building on that warmth, let's talk about your keys to connection. First up, maintaining comfortable, natural eye contact shows real attention and sincerity. Too little seems nervous, too much feels like you're staring into their soul, which is super intimidating. You want to look at the person naturally, incorporating relaxed visual breaks. Second, notice how really effective speakers keep their palms visible. Open hand gestures create a sense of absolute honesty and transparency. Constantly hiding your hands in your pockets or behind your back, that can actually make you appear guarded, even if you literally have nothing to hide. Use those open gestures to reinforce your message. Now, when you establish this kind of connection, you might notice something called mirroring happening. Let's be totally clear about what this is. People who feel comfortable with each other will naturally start copying posture, speaking pace, or gestures without even noticing it. It's a proven psychological tool, not some cheap party trick. When mirroring is done naturally, meaning you aren't doing some weird, exaggerated imitation of the person, it builds rapid rapport and makes conversations flow incredibly smoothly. The whole goal is simply matching the energy of the interaction. Section 3, reading hidden signals. Now, what's really interesting to think about here is, where is a person's attention really focused? When we talk to someone, we are almost 100% focused on their face. But if you want to spot the physical tells regarding someone's true unspoken intentions, you actually need to look much lower. The secret? Look at their feet. Seriously, while we get completely lost looking at faces, a person's feet frequently point exactly toward where their attention truly lies. If someone's upper body is facing you, but their feet are consistently pointing toward the exit, yeah, they are already mentally walking to their car. While no single gesture proves everything on its own, clusters of these signals provide amazing context about how engaged someone actually is in the moment. You also really have to read personal space. Standing too close can make people feel suffocated and super uncomfortable, while standing too far away might make you feel distant or disengaged. Respecting personal boundaries demonstrates high emotional awareness and social intelligence. Now, the appropriate distance obviously varies a lot depending on the culture, the relationship, and the setting, but honoring those invisible boundaries keeps people from quietly closing themselves off to you. Section 4. Mastering the silent conversation. The greatest communicators out there don't just speak well, they literally listen with their body. You physically show you're listening by incorporating a slight forward lean, offering occasional nods, and keeping your facial expressions attentive to whatever the other person is saying. This encourages them to keep talking, and frankly, feeling truly heard is one of the fastest, most effective ways to build deep, lasting trust. But wait, none of this works without consistency. The strongest communicators send consistent signals. Imagine if someone tells you they are wildly excited about a new project, right? But they avoid eye contact, they're slouched down in their chair, and they show absolutely zero facial expression. Those conflicting signals make their verbal message completely unbelievable. People naturally compare your words to your actions. When they align, that consistency builds unshakable credibility. So, bringing it all together, here is your ultimate formula. Step 1, send consistent signals. Step 2, listen with your body. And step 3, remain authentic. The most powerful secret of body language isn't learning how to fool people with rehearsed moves. It's simply becoming highly aware of the signals you're already sending every single day and making sure they perfectly align with your best self. Because at the end of the day, authenticity is always, always more persuasive than performance. Long before people remember the exact words you used in that big meeting or on that date, they are going to remember how your nonverbal communication made them feel. Sometimes the absolute strongest message you deliver is the one you never actually say out loud. So I want to leave you with this one lingering thought. Do a quick scan of yourself right now, in this exact moment. Are your shoulders tense? Are you slouching? What is your body saying to the world right now? Adjust your posture, take a deep breath, and step into your next interaction with absolute confidence. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.